Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital YouTube channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Residents of Port Charles pay tribute to Bobbie on General Hospital today, while Carly and Felicia journey the world to complete her last assignment. While at the hospital, Anna and Robert talk about how terrible Bobbie's loss is as they gaze at her picture on the memorial wall. Felicia surveys the cafe while Carly takes a seat at a table in Amsterdam. When Carly shows a worker a picture of Bobbie and asks whether he knows who she is, the man responds that he is unable to assist her. After he leaves, Felicia sits down and tells her that since these people don't reveal their identities, they can't just ask questions. Carly rants that they have no idea how the contact looks at all. Felicia claims that in the PI industry, it's more important to know what to search for than who to look for. They use earpieces to communicate while seated at several tables. Entering, a woman converses with the man Carly had previously questioned. Felicia thinks that Bobbie may be in contact with this. When they approach the woman, she first claims not to know Bobbie until they inform her that she has passed away. She tells them as she settles in that Bobbie used to visit this place frequently, and that one day she caught her reading an article on human trafficking. The woman says Bobbie confided in her about her history of being a victim of human trafficking. She discloses that Bobbie welcomed people into her house as a haven until the necessary documentation to allow their departure from the nation arrived. About the young woman Bobbie was attempting to assist, Carly inquires. The woman introduces herself as Cornelia and claims Bobbie made accommodations for her to stay in Canada. She had assumed Cornelia had made it to America, but Carly informs her that Bobbie died in Amsterdam. They understand that the papers never made it through since the woman might still be hidden there. Felicia phones Anna, who is with Robert, to ask for their assistance with a case involving human trafficking that she needs to take to the State Department. Robert promises to make a few calls and says he has some contacts. When the woman returns to Amsterdam, she informs Carly that Bobbie is the only one who knows the girl's location, and that the poor girl is most likely freezing to death in some hut in the woods. Tracy mentioned Luke's old cabin in passing yesterday, and Carly realizes now that she's hiding there. As she returns to G8, Anna hopes Felicia and Carly are not in too much trouble because interfering with human trafficking may be risky. After traveling to Canada, Carly and Felicia head to Luke's cabin via car. Given that Felicia was her mother's greatest friend, Carly finds it strange that they never spent much time together. They have to veer abruptly to avoid a moose. Sadly, the car has a flat tire, necessitating a tire change. While they are changing the tire, Felicia acknowledges that the reason they were never close was because she brought Bobbie to Port Charles and ended up ruining both of their marriages. She has likely carried that grudge for a long time. She is ashamed because this happened decades ago, but she has always been protective of Bobbie. Felicia apologizes, but Carly tells her not to, and Felicia understands. Carly acknowledges that she is not perfect and that she was upset with herself for taking such a long time out of Maxie's life. Felicia and Carly concur that they can go over their past hurts and rely on one another going forward. When Carly and Bobbie get to the cabin, they knock on the door, say hello to Cornelia, and tell her that they are friends coming to her aid. Carly says they are friends and are here to take her somewhere when she opens the door. Abruptly, the young lady emerges from the cabin brandishing a shovel. She should stop, Carly says, adding that they were sent by a friend to assist her and that she is secure. When Cornelia notices that Carly is wearing Bobbie's necklace around her neck, she inquires as to why. Carly presents Bobbie with a picture on her phone as proof that Bobbie is her mother. Cornelia sobs, wondering why Bobbie didn't come. She doesn't understand. Carly is sorry to tell her because Bobbie died. She feels safe with them because they are aware of her story. Setting down the shovel, Cornelia gives Carly a hug. To retrieve the favor Robert requested, Felicia gives Anna and Robert another call. When Angela gets to Kelly's, she runs into Maxie. Maxie explains that people will be approaching her today to talk, and because her mother and Carly are in Amsterdam trying to locate Bobbie's contact information, this is one area where she can assist. Laura confesses to Angela that her relationship with Bobbie wasn't easy at first since they were arguing over a boy. Laura has a flashback when she sees Bobbie preparing to woo Scott. She claims that Bobbie was someone who spoke her thoughts and who could offer both a listening ear and a dose of truth. She remembers Bobbie telling her about Nicholas and how Luke was devastated by the manner he learned about him. Lucas tells Angela how his mother was quite irritated when his sister BJ referred to him as Champ, a moniker his father had given him. He describes his mother as someone who never backs down from a battle to defend her family. Joss, Michael, and Willow all remember Bobbie from Angela. Willow also remembers how supportive Bobbie was at her wedding to Michael, making her feel like family. The next to speak about Bobbie are Scott and Lucy. They emphasize how positive she was but also how she wouldn't accept criticism from anyone, particularly from him. He remembers battling with Bobbie over an attempted takeover at GH in the past. Lucy remembers her fights about Scott with Bobbie. According to Angela, Lucy and Bobbie seem to have been the first rivals. That's a nice way to phrase it, Lucy adds, adding that she felt a great deal of affection for Bobbie's daughter BJ. Elizabeth tells Angela that Bobbie supported her during her teenage sexual assault. Liz would like the story to omit her statement that her sons are unaware of her attack. She had a flashback to Bobbie supporting her following the rape. Liz claims that although she was perplexed, Bobbie never made her feel guilty, and it was because of Bobbie that she discovered her actual calling, healing others. Later, after Maxie set up the meetings with all of these people, Angela thanks her and says she will send the piece to her when it's done. Maxie wants to get to know her, so she hopes she's staying in town. Although Angela's boss has told her she can't stay long, she will still see her about. Maxie watches as Angela leaves, and she hears her mother calling. She phones for Angela, but she's not there. Maxie meets Carly and her mother at GH. Liz attends to Carly's head injury sustained in the vehicle collision, and Carly accepts Liz's offer to paint a new sign for Kelly's, but she has other ideas. The following day, Felicia spent the night at Maxie's. Maxie can't seem to locate Angela's business card, so she's trying to contact her to let her know that she and Carly located the woman Bobbie was assisting. It's strange for a journalist that she can't discover any web presence for her either. Felicia offers to call a few people and then leaves. Lucas, Carly, and Laura congregate at Kelly's and laud Liz's new sign, describing it as flawless. Carly argues that even with their mother gone, people still need to know that this home is a safe haven for them. Lucas gets up and leaves to catch his flight. After meeting Angela outside, he tells her that she is being sought after, and that Felicia and Carly were able to save the woman Bobbie was assisting because to her tip. She says she has to return home, even though she would prefer to celebrate. Lucas gives her a thank you before turning to leave. At any time, Champ, she says. She's gone when Lucas turns around. Felicia phones the AP in Amsterdam regarding Angela while she's not at Maxie's. But the woman on the other end says that no one with that name has ever worked here. After, Felicia discovers Brighton was Barbara Jean. Maxie reaches the same conclusion in the interim. When Felicia comes back, they embrace since they always knew it was BJ. Carly asks to be left alone in the cafe, so Liz and Laura depart. Since Bobbie offered serenity to her and everyone else, Carly believes she was able to provide some to her mother. Additional flashbacks are displayed, including the funeral for BJ and the nurses' ball honoring Bobbie from the previous year. Carly renames Kelly's Bobbie's and hangs the newly painted sign that Liz created outside. The following General Hospital. Esme begs Spencer to help her while she's in jail. Diane is told by Robert, "This sounds like a threat." "What did I miss?" queries Curtis. "I don't need you to justify it to me," Trina says to someone. Ava cautions Nina that Sonny might be dangerous if he feels deceived. Sonny informs someone at his office that once they take care of him like Way, there's no turning back. Stella declares, "It's time to spread the good news," glancing at Portia. Thanks for watching if you like this video. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.